Welcome to 2023. And for a lot of people, when they have a new year, they have New Year's resolutions, they have goals, and they have all kinds of great things that they're planning on doing and hopes and dreams for the future. So let's make sure that we make our 2023 as productive as possible. And the best way to do that is to effectively make goals. So let's create some goals, let's set some goals, and then create plans toward the attainment of those goals. If you don't make a plan, then all you've got is a dream. You've got to write it down and you've got to make a plan. Let's get started. My name is Paris Clough, and I absolutely love helping people manage, protect, and grow their money. On this video, what we're going to talk about is the power of goal setting. There was a study done many years ago about some graduates from Harvard Business School, and they said that of those that had graduated and written down their goals, the vast majority of them had accomplished their goals. Those that didn't write down their goals, however, didn't really attain much and didn't really accomplish as much as their counterparts who did write down goals and then created plans towards the attainment of those goals. So is goal setting important? I sure think it is. Sometimes goal setting can be overwhelming and it can be frustrating, especially if you don't hit the goal, especially if you get along and you're 6 months into the year and you're thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, I had this goal that I was going to do this, that, or the other. And then you realize you've got to double up because you only have 6 months to finish it. Well, that's because you didn't really have a plan towards the attainment of that goal. And so it's important to create plans. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how to set goals, the best way to set goals, the smartest way to set goals. And then we're going to talk about the goals that I have for this channel and for my business and some of the goals that I have for my 2023. So the first thing I want to talk about is goal setting generically. So here we have SMART goals. I don't know if you've ever heard of SMART goals, but SMART is an acronym. S is for specific, M is for measurable, A is for achievable, and R is for realistic, and T is for timely. So let's go through each one of those things. So you want to have a goal that's specific. You don't want to say, I want to make a lot of money. I want to save a lot of money. I want to say, I want to get out of debt. Well, that doesn't, getting out of debt is kind of more specific than those other ones, but what is a lot of money? What is saving a lot of money? What is investing a lot of money? I want to build a business. Well, what kind of business? I want to have a passive income. Okay, great. How much of a passive income do you want to build? How much per month do you want to have? What kind of income do you want to come in? So specific goals are more important and more powerful. So for example, you'd say, I want to save a lot of money. Instead of saving that, you would say, I want to save $3,000. Well, saving $3,000 means that you have to have a plan every month towards that attainment of that goal. And a plan towards the attainment of $3,000 in a 12-month period is $250 a month. 250 times 12 actually equals $3,000. So if you had $250 in your budget that you could put away every single month, you would obtain that goal. That's a specific goal. It's measurable because you know that it's $3,000. It's achievable if you have a $250 a month budget, it is. And it's realistic that especially if you have a $250 allowance in your budget to be able to do it. And it's timely in that you know that by the end of the year, you're going to actually hit that $3,000 goal. So if you have 12 times $250 equals $3,000, you know that in 12 months, which is your goal, that's the deadline for it, you're gonna hit it. That's an example of using all 5 of these things to the attainment of one goal. So the next thing would be, I want to build a passive income. Well, what does that mean? So let's get specific. How do you want to build the passive income? What do you want to do to create it? Do you want to build a YouTube channel? Do you want to have a real estate portfolio? Do you want to have a dividend portfolio? What are the things that you want to have? Because the thing that you choose to build that passive income with is going to also determine how much passive income you can actually attain within the certain time frame that you're going to give. And since we're talking about annual goals or the goals for 2023, typically that means that the T is going to be somewhere in the next 12 months. So that's going to be important too. So what kind of goals do you have? Do you have a goal to get out of debt? Well, how much debt do you have? Do you know how much debt you have? Are you setting a specific goal that will say, okay, if I have X number of dollars in debt, I need to spend this much money per month to be able to get out of debt. And in order to do that, I have to be able to make sure that my budget's in order, make sure that my expenses are in control, make sure that I'm earning more money, or maybe that you're earning money at all. And then you can take that and you can really maybe work on your expenses, maybe whittle that down to maybe the bare minimum, depending on how fast you really want to work on those debts. And then you can set a goal for what you're going to do that year. Now, if you have a lot of student debt or a lot of credit card debt or significant amounts of debt, you may not be able to accomplish that in a 12-month period. But set that goal anyways for what you can accomplish in the next 12 months. And then, of course, the total of complete debt-free, maybe 3 or 4 years, or maybe even 5 years down the road. But if you don't set a goal now, you're definitely not going to hit it. And the other things too, you're going to be 5 years older in 5 years anyway. So you might as well set a goal. And it's totally okay to set goals 5 and 10 years into the future. Because if you take action and you have an action plan for what you can do each month, each year, then by the 5 years or the 10 years, you might be completely debt free or whatever it is that might take you to get there. But make sure you're setting a goal for what you can do and accomplish this year for getting out of debt. That's one of the biggest things that I think people do besides losing weight. Is the next biggest goal they set is getting out of debt. So let's really do it this year. Let's actually do what we say we're going to do and get ourselves out of debt. And let's set a goal that's specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely, and then let's hit it. So what I want to do for the last couple minutes here is share with you a couple of the goals that I have for my own life and what I'm going to do with my 2023. So one of the goals that I have is that I have currently, as of the recording of this video, I have about 2,100, almost 2,200 subs. And last year, one of my goals was to become monetized and to have the requirements for monetization, which is 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Well, I hit that in September of last year. So I hit my goal last year. So this year, my goal is to have 4,000 subscribers. So I'm at 2,000 right now. I think I can double by the end of 2023. And with 4,000 subscribers, I'd like to be able to get to the point where I'm making $100 a month from my YouTube channel. If I could be making $100 a month from my YouTube channel, that would be fantastic. And that's one of my specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely goals. As you can see, all those things are in there. The next thing I want to do is I want to make a total of $1,000 from YouTube. So if I can get to $100 a month quickly, maybe some of the months will be 200. Maybe I can start doing some affiliate programs or something like that. I have a goal. I haven't really worked out all the details, but I definitely want to make $1,000 from my YouTube channel in 2023, and a lot of that will come from that desire to get to $100 a month. So I'm hoping to get to $100 a month as soon as possible, so that most of that $1,000 can come from that, and then I'll have to figure out a way to get the rest of the money. The next thing I want to do is I want to do more lives, and I know I've kind of just ruined my reputation here by saying more lives. What does that mean? I like to do a live every week, and so I want to do a 30-minute live every week where I discuss one of the 7 principles that I talk about in my 7 steps to create lasting wealth. And I'm going to be doing something a little bit different this year as well. I actually started this last week. I created an ebook. So one of my goals is to launch that ebook and to really grow that ebook and really make it really well-rounded. I finished it the other day. I'm sending it off to some editors to review it, to look at it. And then after that ebook is done, which is kind of the beginning basics of a book to create a budget and how to create a budget and how to really get your finances under control and managing your money. So I have that ebook already done, but it's finishing and finalizing some editing. I may have another draft or 2 to do, but that one, at least the first draft, is done. The next ebook that I want to make is my 7 principles for creating lasting wealth. And I believe that that would be a fantastic ebook for people to be able to download or purchase and have as an option for them to read. Some of the videos that I'm going to be doing are going to be more focused on those 7 principles, those 7 areas of finance to create real lasting wealth. Now, that's different than being rich. You can be rich, but if you spend it all because you're flashy and you're kind of showing off everything, to me, that's not wealthy. Wealthy is somebody who makes a lot of money and saves a lot of money, someone who turns income into wealth, into savings and investing, and has resources and reserves. That to me is somebody who's wealthy. If I can stop working for a couple of years and the money that I have doesn't diminish or continues to grow and build, that's wealthy. That to me is wealthy, is where I've bought back 100% bought back my time. I have a pretty nice passive income right now with one of my businesses, and I have a goal to grow that by 10%. I have a specific number that means to create and to grow my passive income business that I already have, that's already been established, that I've been growing for the last 12, almost 13 years now. And that became passive to the point where it paid all my expenses about 5 years ago. And so I need to build that now that I have more expenses, now that I've expanded my lifestyle, and I want to be able to build that again to create more passive income in that business that already has passive income while I'm creating my YouTube channel and my other things that I want to do to create more passive income. The other thing I want to do to help really grow this channel, part of my plan to get to 4,000 subscribers and to make that $1,000 with the YouTube channel is to utilize the community tab more regularly. If I utilize the community tab to kind of communicate, to kind of ask questions and get feedback and promote things, I think that will help me to get the word out about this channel, about what I can do to kind of really, that's part of my plan towards the goal. Another part of my plan towards the goal of 4,000 subscribers and $1,000 earned on my YouTube channel is to do daily shorts, or at least my goal is to do a short every day, if not every other day. And so the idea there is that shorts, supposedly YouTube has just announced that they're going to be monetizing shorts. And so if I can do a short as well as a long form content, I think that I'll get to have the opportunity to have or make more money from my YouTube channel, and that $100 a month will be more realistic. And not only that, but I may hit the $100 a month even sooner which actually will add to or works towards my $1,000 goal to create $1,000 or make $1,000 in this channel this next year. I know that doesn't sound like a lot of money, $1,000 on YouTube, but I mean, I've been doing this for 3 years now. And last year, I think I got monetized September 18th, 2022 is when I got monetized. And then I made the whole year, the rest of the year, I think I made $50 for the whole rest of the year. So to make $1,000 your first year monetized on YouTube, I feel like that's actually a realistic goal. Now it may be under what I could do, and maybe I can make 4,000 or 5,000, but once I hit 1,000, I'll update the goal towards the next one. How about that? Another one of my goals this year is to read a bunch of books that I can really use as part of the content that I want to have. So one of the books I want to read is this book called Influence by Robert Cialdini. The next thing I want to do is talk about this book here, The Millionaire Next Door. This one is actually The Next Millionaire Next Door. The next thing is The Millionaire Mind, and then of course The Psychology of Financial Planning. Those are some of the goals that I have for my business. Now, some of the goals that I have personally is that last year I ended the year about $80,000 positive net worth. So I have a $80,000 positive net worth. I'd like to get that to 6 figures. I'd like to have a 6-figure positive net worth by the end of 2023. I also want to have a total net worth of $275,000. I have about $240,000 total net worth right now, but I want to make sure that that's climbing towards $300,000, and $275,000 is kind of my goal. So if I can get another $33,000 in total net worth, which includes my home and includes my portfolios and all the other assets that I have, I think that would be fantastic. I have another goal. Last year I had a goal to get my dividend portfolio to $100 a month. So let me show you real quick. So last year in 2022 I had a goal to get my dividend portfolio to $100 a month, and I ended the year at $1,199. So as far as I'm concerned, that's $100 a month. I got it short by $1, but in this next year in 2023, I have a goal to get that to an average of $150 a month. So if I can earn $1,800 in passive income in my dividend portfolio, I think that'll be a win-win scenario for me, and I'm pretty excited about that. Those are some of the goals that I have in my 2023. I hope that you've done your goals. I hope that you're reviewing your goals. You're making plans towards the accomplishment of those goals. I hope you're doing smart goals, not dumb goals. And if you missed the last video I produced, you can catch it here. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel up here and catch this video up here that YouTube thinks you might like. Till the next video, have a great day.